Hi everyone, my name is Arnold Schur and I'm a health educator with Santa Cruz County Public Health, working with the Safe and Active Transportation Program. And through the ATP3 Walking Wellness Program, we'd like to give you this pedestrian safety presentation. So, did you know that in 2019, 75% of pedestrian fatalities occurred after the dark in the US? And 74% of pedestrian fatalities occurred when someone was not crossing at an intersection. Unintentional injuries are the fifth leading cause for injuries in the US for children ages 5 to 19. So that's why it's important for us to be vigilant as pedestrians since everybody walks. We want to make sure that you all stay as safe as possible out there. These unintentional injuries are preventable, and pedestrian education is one of the most important ways to help prevent unintentional injuries from occurring. Learning the skills that can help, we want to help you learn the skills that prevent you and your loved ones from being hurt, and so we can help set good pedestrian habits for yourself and the young ones around you. And just a reminder, everyone's a pedestrian regardless of what mode of transportation you mainly take. You can be walking from your car to the grocery store or your car from your house to your car or vice versa. Regardless, everybody walks. So before crossing the street, there's a few things that you should do. You should always look left, right, left, in front of you, and behind you before crossing, just to make sure that you can catch any of the cars that are coming onto the streets. And as you cross the road, you want to make sure that you're always scanning to look for any cars that are passing by. And you want to walk across the street, not run. Before crossing the street, you should always try to cross at a corner and use crosswalks and traffic signals whenever they are available. And you should always make eye contact with drivers before crossing the street. Just because you see the car doesn't mean that the driver in the car sees you. So you always want to make sure that they see you so they slow down and stop for you. When walking in your area, and specifically in your neighborhoods, you should be safe when there's cars around you. And you should keep an eye out for cars that are turning into their driveways or backing up because they may not always see you as well. You want to be sure to be aware of that. When you're walking with children, you should always hold your child's hand or the child that you're crossing the street with and teach them how to cross properly, reminding them about the tips that we talked about, looking left, right, left, in front, and back. Children under the age of 10 shouldn't cross the road alone, and children should always walk as direct routes to their destination as possible. It's important to have adult supervision when children are crossing the street until they learn these good safety skills on their own. So when walking with children, you should always teach your child to never run into the street for a ball, toy, a pet, or any other reason. And if they do need to grab something from the street, you want to make sure to always look across the street and make sure that you observe the situation before going to grab it. And teach your child this as well. You and your child should never cross the street from between a parked car because that provides less vision of the street and that gives drivers less vision of you as you're crossing. So you want to make sure to try to cross from a corner or a more brightly visible area before going. Make sure you show your children safe places to play as well, whether that be green grassy areas in your neighborhood, your yard, or a playground or a local park. And when walking with your kids in your neighborhood, if they need to stop to use their cell phone, teach them to stop walking and find a safe area to talk before doing so. Be aware and dress properly. So wearing reflective clothing and accessories while walking at dawn, dusk, or in the evenings and other low light situations is very important to help cars see you as you are walking. Eliminate distractions when walking around cars. So things like limiting music and headphones, texting or phone activities, and playing games or roughhousing while walking are very important to do as well. Be aware of the road and any moving cars to prevent any unintentional injuries from occurring. Pedestrian education will help keep you safe. And again, we just want to remind you that at some point in your life, you are a pedestrian, like we mentioned, walking from your car to your house, your car to the grocery store, whatever it is. We're all pedestrians, so we have to be good role models for our young children and the others around us to keep ourselves and our loved ones safe. So thank you, and if you had any questions, please feel free to reach out to us at the following contact information here. Have a nice day.